under the age of 21 will continue.
Position shackles and bones, and the cookie started.
The law has failed time and time again.
We are angry.
For students to showcase their talent.
Good evening and welcome to OppiTV's first live webcast of 2015. I am Andrew Sampson.
And I am Kimara Govender. In tonight's news, last week was Disability Awareness Week at Rhodes University. The treatment of disabled students at the university continues to be a sensitive issue. The Council for Scientific and Industrial Research conducted research on the accessibility of our campus, and the findings show that the university would need an amount close to 300 million rands to make the campus accessible to students living with disabilities. OppiTV talked to Deputy Dean of Students, Veronica Mudley, about how the university is tackling the issue.
Disability Week happened last week and kicked off with a talk by Mfundo Lebaka, a deaf lecturer in South African society. The week included various talks and seminars by people in the disabled community of Grahamstown.
And also I was very fortunate last year to be nominated to be one of the teachers at Karikuja, and I received my award. I came in third place, which was a national competition. It was a very nice feeling to be validated or to be acknowledged of the work that was involved in.
This talk was part of the SRC's campaign around disability and around just access in general, with particular focus for disability. Disabled students are often, marginalized, often feel very, not part of the university because the physical surroundings of the university make it very inaccessible.
The week also included various talks and seminars which approached the idea of accessibility in the university. OppiTV sat down with Veronica Mudley to find out exactly what the university has planned for disabled students at Rhodes.
Definitely big plans, and it's really the big plan when we talk about accommodating students with disabilities. It's not necessarily to accommodate them as such, so that, for example, having a railing, specifically for them, because at the end of the day, what we want is we want to make the abnormal normal. So if we do put a railing, it's not just for people with disabilities or people who are in wheelchairs, students that are in wheelchairs that can use it, but anyone can so for me that means it becomes a normal part of who we are as an institution.
This is Kanim Laba reporting for OppiTV.
Rhodes students are known to be apathetic about political issues, but the rise of the hashtag #RhodesSoWhite and debates about transformation on campus has given rise to student voices on political issues. OppiTV's field reporter Zama Lutuli went around campus to find out from students if they perceived of themselves as apathetic.
This is Zama Lutuli reporting for OppiTV. Today we took to the streets of Rhodes University to find out whether students are politically active. Oppi investigates.
Am I politically active? Not to the extent I'd want to be.
Yes, I am.
Yes, I am. I do politics, so then obviously that kind of sparked the interest.
I try to just keep up with general news, like what's happening. I don't want to I don't really stick to general party or whatever, but I do stay in touch with what's going around, Yeah.
I know that politics is a big problem and it does really concern us. It's supposed to represent the people, and I definitely don't know enough about politics, yeah.
It's not prominent right now, but then we also need to be mindful about the kind of politics that we're talking about, especially with the recent developments on campus. So I think politics should have a place, but right now, because there's so much resistance and so much aggression towards welcoming politics within the space, progressive politics, it's not quite the time for politics yet.
I think they are politically active. I was quite shocked to see the opinions of some people. I mean, although some of them are controversial, but yeah, I think students are politically active in some sense. Yeah.
I don't want to say people don't care about politics. I think that people are mostly try to shy away from political issues because they're walking on eggshells. They're afraid of offending people. So I think it's not really that they don't care. It's just an issue of, they're just, just a bit too afraid.
Everything is political. So it doesn't necessarily have to be linked to a political party, but everything is political. And political debates should be welcomed. They're healthy, they're transformative, they're progressive, and is to get us thinking and doing, especially.
In lighter news, during the July school holidays, why university students may check out of Grahamstown, the world checks in for one of the highlights in South Africa's cultural calendar, the National Arts Festival. This year, the festival will run from the 2nd to the 12th of July. To give you a taste of what you can expect, we spoke to National Arts Festival organizer Tony Lancaster to find out what you can expect from the festival this year.
Every year the festival stages around about 2,300 performances. So in answer to the question, what's different? Well, what's different is 2,300 individual performances. If you were to watch everything at the festival back to back, it would probably take you about 6 months to get through it all. So I would venture to suggest that every year is completely different from the previous year. The energy in the city is different every year. What our artists bring to the stage, what our audiences bring to the theatres is completely different every year. Obviously there's one or two programming highlights, and every year there's a theme that we try and inject through the programming. This year we very much focused on satire as our featured artist, our featured theme, and we're looking at freedom of speech issues, we're looking at people's artists' right of free expression. So there's lots of elements of that in various parts of our program.
In sporting news, the sports department at Rhodes University recently appointed its new head, Mr. Siyabulela Magupeni. OppiTV sports correspondent Brandon Yates caught up with him to find out what he has planned as the incoming head of sport.
Hello and thank you for tuning into the OppiTV webcast, which is being broadcast to you live from Grahamstown and at Rhodes University. And speaking of Rhodes University, we are joined by the new head of Rhodes University Sport, Mr. Siya Magupeni. Siya, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you very much. Welcome.
Firstly, congratulations on your new appointment. It's a fantastic achievement. Just to kick things off, in terms of your long-term goals for Rhodes University Sport, what are your plans for success for the overall picture when it comes to Rhodes University Sport?
Well, Brendan, I think the first thing that we must establish is the high performance program that will fast track our top athletes in order for them to participate at the very high league within University Sports South Africa. I think when we have the system right, the result will come.
And when it comes to the very successful clubs at Rhodes University, we know that rowing and hockey has done very well over the years. What would your message be to the other clubs to follow suit when it comes to the success of those clubs?
Well, I would like to encourage all clubs to do their best. I think at Rhodes University, we need to encourage our sportsmen and women to want to succeed within their sporting codes. I think what will help us is to be more process-orientated rather than results-driven. If we get the process right, the results will come.
And during your time at Rhodes University, what would you say is your favorite overall sporting moment?
Well, it was back in Cape Town, 2013, where I've witnessed the men's hockey first team qualifying for A section and also the varsity sport participation in 2014, and receiving the news that I am the person that is appointed for this position.
Well, Siya, once again, congratulations on your appointment and thanks very much for joining us at the OppiTV Sports Desk.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for watching and have a lovely evening.
Up next, a panel discussion with the Black Student Movement, the Rhodes Protection Movement, and the Student Representative Council on the transformation of Rhodes University. Good night.